Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Do 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 do. Yeah. Thing was doing this thing, singing it too. What up, though? What up, though? What up, though, man? Welcome to episode 11 of the Areola Rollercoaster podcast, man, featuring your boy Starks, you know what I mean? Hosting this thing, man, you know what I'm saying? On another great Sunday night, man, you know what I mean? I'm glad to be here, man. Glad everybody's popping in, man. Everybody coming in. Make sure y'all get in the comments, shout out where you from, what you doing, you know what I mean? Um, Shout out to everybody that's watching from Facebook. Shout out to everybody that's watching from YouTube. Shout out to everybody that's watching from Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you like, make sure you tag somebody, make sure you share it, man. Whatever, man. Whatever it takes to keep the ball rolling out this thing, man. Because we just, out here making it do what it do, man. Laugh Doctor, I see you in the building. What up, Laugh Doctor? My dog. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm feeling good, man. I feel like we're gonna have a great show tonight. You know what I mean? So we got Louisville, Kentucky in the building. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. You got to state where you're from in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm leaving the chat up pretty much the whole show, so everybody can see it. You know what I mean? Uh, Shout out to everybody that's in this thing though. How everybody feeling? You know what I mean? Hope everybody feeling good. I'm just now catching up on rest. You know what I mean? I had a pretty eventful. You know what I'm saying? Had a pretty eventful weekend. You know what I mean? We uh recruit phase, so we've been kind of putting in that work and making it do what it do. Got my boy Crutch in the building. What up, Crutch? Yeah, we've been on recruiting trips and all of that, man. So logistically, we had to make it make sense this weekend. My son got invited to visit Southeastern Missouri State University for football recruitment, and we got on the road, man, and we made it do what it do. Um, so we drove up there, man, had our visit. You know what I mean? Got to attend the spring game. Got to tour the facilities, man, meet the coaches and staff and all that good stuff, man. Treated us like kings and whatnot, man. It was pretty cool. You know what I mean? So we made some good momentum in that department. And the same exact day, we drove from Missouri we drove to Missouri, and then we drove from Missouri to Indianapolis because my son had an AAU tournament the next day. So, I told him, man, I was like, man, as long as you take one step forward, I take three steps in the same direction. You know what I mean? We got to be out here holding it down, man. We got to do what wasn't done for us. No knock to, my parents and nothing like that, but AAU and recruiting and all that stuff wasn't as fruitful as it is, these days. So we got to take advantage of that because who knows what could have happened if we was in that same, if we was in that same boat. So yeah, for sure. Average Joe Lamar, what up, though? But yeah, man, it was a great weekend, man. Indianapolis was cool, you know what I mean? Got to do my little cheat meal, got me some chicken and waffles. They had a little spot downtown. I have no clue. I think it was called Punch Bowl in Indianapolis. And I didn't put the two together because we walked in and I was just kind of looking at the menu and I just heard bowling pins being hit hard. And I'm like, what? And they had a full 2-lane bowling alley inside the restaurant, which was pretty cool and unique, being that I'm from Lexington, Kentucky, and we don't be having stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it was pretty darn tough, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I want to get straight into it, man. We done had it's been an eventful weekend. I mean, everybody's kind of resting this Sunday. The big fight was last night between Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis. You know what I mean? And that went the way it went, man. Everybody was kind of placing bets and money and all kind of stuff going on. Of course, it was star studded in Vegas, at the T-Mobile Arena, I want to say, or something like that. But for those that didn't see the fight, man, they thought that since Tank Davis was smaller, that he would be at a disadvantage to Ryan Garcia, who's taller and longer and quote unquote quicker. But Tank dropped him in the second round with a hook. You know what I mean? He got back up. It's good when it's in front of all these people, man. My mother is watching. Don't hit me with a punch that says, "Us." You know, hit me regular, fam. Be respectfully, man. Don't disrespect me in front of my family. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, Ryan Garcia ended up losing the fight in the seventh round. He got hit. Ryan Garcia got hit, and he got a liver shot. He got hit in the ribs with a liver shot, and he backed up when he first got hit, like still continuing the fight. But a few seconds later, man, he dropped down to one knee. I've never been hit with a liver shot, but I've heard a lot about how liver shots will shut you down. You know what I'm saying? They said it's probably one of the worst feelings you could have, besides being cheated on. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what I heard. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I know what one feel like, but I don't know what a liver shot feel like. You know what I mean? But apparently he went down to one knee, man, and went through the whole 10 count, and he was done for. Listen, man, Tank hit him in the ribs so hard that his nose bled. His nose was not bleeding before that punch. And as soon as he got hit in the ribs, his nose was bleeding. That is a hard punch. Don't make my nose bleed from a punch that ain't from the nose in front of my family. My family is watching this. Everybody is watching this. Don't make some other area of my body bleed when you hit something else. Don't hit me in the ankle and make my elbow bleed in front of my family. Like, you know what I mean? Don't do that to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't deserve this. I am a child of God. Don't you dare hit me in the ribs and make my nose bleed instantly. Like, what is going on out here, man? I mean, Ryan Garcia, he's of the Latin culture. It looked like salsa a little bit. A little salsa came out his nose. Don't listen. Don't make the nachos I had earlier come out my nose during the fight. don't make the nachos I had earlier come out my nose during the fight, man. I am a child of God that is in front of my family chasing my dreams. How dare you? How dare you make corn salsa come out my nose after a liver shot, man? You know what I'm saying? But much respect to both of those, most respect to both of those fighters, man. You know what I mean, for doing what they did, man. And I don't never buy into the trash talk in the beginning of before fights, all the trash talking they do. And that's just to hype up the fight. All the fighters do it, you know what I'm saying? But I thought it was dope that they had like a mutual respect where they exchange numbers and, all that good stuff after the fight. And that was pretty dope, man. I mean, Tank got the best of them. Tank is the probably the best fighter in the world at that weight. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. Said let's look at some of the comments. Said uh said he got hit with that Hadouken. Tank said Hadouken, and all kinds of black bean salsa came out his nose. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of all kinds of you know what I mean? Salisbury steak rub came out his nose. You know what I mean? Said he had the bubble guts, man. Crutchfield said that rib shot made his nosebleed. No, he number two'd on himself a little bit, man. Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I never had one before. For you to know what's on the line and for you to sit there during the 10 count and know at 6 that you ain't even making it to 10, like, bro, I'm not getting up. I got 4 more seconds, and I know within them 4 more seconds, I still can't breathe. That's probably one of them you trying to keep it in. You know how you you know how you fall on your stomach and lose your wind and you're in front of people, so you try to play it off. Yeah, it's one of them. I can't even judge him, man. I can't even judge him, man. I cannot judge him at all. That's a you know what I mean? DJ Day Day, what up, though? Shout out to DJ Day Day, man. Get well, my boy. You know what I mean? Get well. Praying for you, man. Appreciate the super chat, Prelo. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, man, that was a big thing, man. Because if you actually weigh the two things, you gotta read the room. You gotta pay attention to the small stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, um, Tank Davis brought out Chief Keef. You know what I mean? Chief Keef was his own song, and he still needed a teleprompter for the words. He came out still thinking, "Love so." Do you carry the one? He didn't even know what he wanted to do, bro. Like Chief Keef came out looking like he was an all D student. You know what I mean? It was crazy, man, because Ryan Davis came out. I mean, not Ryan Davis, Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia came out, and it was different because when Garcia came out, he came out to I don't even know the name of the song. I just always hear about it on I always hear it on people's Instagram stories, like when a puppy gets revived through CPR. It's always something like a woman stranded on the road, and somebody she just beat in a somebody she just beat in an arm wrestling tournament. You know what I'm saying? Passes on the road and then turns back around, and that's when the music plays. I'm unstoppable, and I'm so tough to do today. And it's like they help her put the tire together, and then they ride like high fiving while driving. That's the type of music that Ryan Garcia came out to. Like, oh, I don't know. Because I know Garcia got speed. He got a whole lot of speed, but I don't think he's ever fought anybody that's that aggressive and strong at the same time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Tank Davis gets in the box, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, that was different, man. He came out, I'm unstoppable. Like, oh man, he might lose just based off what he came out to. Like, bro, that's Instagram music. That's inspirational Instagram music. Like, that's the music you got that from Instagram Reels. Like, come on, Ryan Garcia, man. He got that music from Instagram Reels, man. Oh man, he said, the ref could have count to 2,248 million, and he still would have been counting. Yeah, bro, wasn't getting up. He said he had Verde sauce coming out his nose, man. Hey, listen, you hit me so hard that my nose started bleeding, and you was nowhere near my nose. That is a punch, boy. That is a hard hit. Shout out to my boy Brandon White in the building. Said he plugged the clothing line on TikTok, man. Yeah, the merch line, man. Shout out to the merch line, man. You know what I mean? Real is rare merch, you know what I mean? It ain't a clothing line, it's just merch. A lot of people be having clothing lines for the spring line. I'm coming out with a new cardigan. Like, nah, this is merch. You know what I'm saying? Your shirt makes a statement. It's a conversation piece. I got on one now. Real is rare. You know what I mean? It's a conversation piece, man. I wore my Real is rare jumpsuit in the airport. I got stopped. No joke. I probably got stopped 6 times by you know all races of people. Just, I like what that shirt says, man. That's dope, man. Hey, where'd you get that from? Type stuff, man. So yeah, shout out to that, man. Shout out to the merch line. Yurt. If you need that, man, I'll put the website up here, man, for you to check out. For people that's listening right now, if you're listening via podcast, when I post this, you know what I mean, you can go on my Instagram, and it's in my link tree to get to the web store, man, to get the merch. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because everybody got clothing lines. Ain't nobody got merch line. They got clothing lines, and clothing lines is you got to come out with seasons of stuff. Like, they actually change. You know what I mean? Like, they got relationships with manufacturers. I'm out here getting it out the mud. You heard? um, in other news, let's see. They say I don't know exactly where it was. I'll look at the article myself. They say that a Mexican nurse dies after trying to perform liposuction on herself. That's right. They said she died after trying to do a procedure, a liposuction procedure on herself. And I mean, not to be callous, you know what I mean? Because, RP to that lady, you know what I mean? Prayers to her family. But I mean, just on some keeping it G, keeping it 1,000. You know what I mean? Everybody got to keep it 1,000 with each other, but keeping it 1,000, man. Like, she could have just did sit ups. Like, honestly, like, you know what I mean? Like, you could have just did some sit ups and not ate bread for a month. You know what I mean? And you would have seen some results. You know what I mean? You ain't have to lipo yourself. You understand what I'm saying? You didn't have to do that. You could have just went on and could have went to 2 Zumba classes and felt better about decisions that you was gonna make, man. You know what I'm saying? But they say the article goes, a 30-year-old nurse dies after reportedly performing liposuction on herself at a Mexican clinic. The body of the woman, identified as Karina, they won't give her the last name, they just identified her only as Karina, said she was discovered unconscious at a doctor's office. She allegedly attempted liposuction fat from her midsection, according to the clinic owner, who shared details about the incident in a video uploaded to his Facebook on March 23rd. Um, they said the doctor that owns the clinic confirmed that Karina gave herself anesthesia before the procedure. However, she did not have any training in administering, so she overdosed herself on anesthesia while trying to do liposuction on herself and took out the game, man. And just for me, you know what I'm saying? YouTube got all kinds of abdominal workouts. You know what I mean? 30-minute abs. Just go to YouTube, type 30-minute abs. That's all we need to do, babies. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I know we crack jokes, and as men, we talk stuff because y'all talk stuff about us, catfish people, our hairlines, you know what I mean, da 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 da. But listen, if you are built like a bag of clothes, it is somebody who loves bags of clothes. You just got to find them. That's all this extra work is just very unnecessary because you ain't even thinking about the future. We don't know what BBLs is going to look like 20 years from the day they got done because we know about butt shots. And then people looked weird then and they still look weird now. They're just older with grandkids that realize that their granny has a big butt and little legs. You know what I'm saying? This is what we know now. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I know, I understand women that have children, they get taught of their gut, their pouch. I get it. Like you want to go back to that when you was able to wear some jeans and you ain't have to put it over your gut. You want to wear half a shirt. I get it. If you get a tummy tuck, or go get it done the right way. If you're gonna do it, go get it done the right way. Is what I'm saying. I done seen a few tummy tucks that turned out nice. Like I'm like, yo, you snapped. You know what I mean? I know you extremely happy with your results and not having to deal with that extra thing every single day. I gotta put my jeans over my stomach and I gotta, you know what I mean, do all that kind of stuff. It's like I finally get to wear a two-piece again. And to have that experience, life is short. I ain't mad at you. But don't go doing it yourself. Don't buy the kit off of Amazon. I'm a lipo myself. She done gave herself anesthesia. She rubbed Ambisol on her gut. Like, come on now. We can't do this, man. I'm not making fun of her, but I'm just, I'm trying to lighten the situation as usual, man. You know what I mean? That's bad news. We get so bad, we get so much in our head that we thinking like I'm gonna take this fat out myself. I don't even want nobody's help. And she's trying to get the super discount. She was trying to get it done for the free. You know how you work at a place and you get to get everything, all the amenities that the job provide for free. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she work at that place, so she's doing her own lipo. I did it myself, girl. Yeah, over a super snatched. Yo, man, prayers to her family, man. I don't know. uh, My boy Crutch said, reverting back to the merch, he said he gets stopped every time he go out of town with rocking the real is rare and it don't cost a dime to show love. Facts, man. Shout out to my boy Crutch, man. Stay repping, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like I like to tell people that merch stuff, man, is less about me and more about the message. You know what I'm saying? It's like once you get past the point of, because it's like people don't realize it's like you can get a shirt from anywhere. You can get a shirt from anybody. But particularly just because you rock with somebody and you get that merch from them, that's just showing your support while satisfying your need for what you was trying to get. I need some shirts. I need something to match these shoes. I need this. So I'm going to get it. But I'm going to kill two birds with one stone by supporting somebody I know, which means it's going to a good place. You know what I mean? So that's the love in it, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Crutch. He said, what's wrong with people? I'm skinny as AF, and I never thought about changing my body. People just slow. Yeah, I mean, man, listen. What happens is they see folk on the outside realm, and they make it look like a glory story. I mean, you got to imagine, man, all these OnlyFans models, all these Instagram models, these people be having to post, these people be having to post booty pictures on the saddest day on of Instagram history. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody famous passed away, something bad happens, some village gets bombed, and they still got to be like, OnlyFans link in my bio, new content. Like, bruh, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's harder to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to constantly vie for people's like attention every day by using your assets. Like you doing this every day, so you'll never get a genuine reaction out of people. Like the person that you try to get attention from, you'll never get a genuine reaction just because of how you led. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's harder for them than somebody just living naturally, man. Like, listen, man. We all know the natural scenario. If they got dumps, then up top is light. You know what I'm saying? And up top is heavy, down bottom is light. That's just how it works, man. You know what I'm saying? If they got both, they toxic. Stay away. You know Ain't nothing worse than a chick that knows she's all the way put together. Like you just can't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? She want a discount on gas and everything. Bruh, it don't work like that. You just thick. Relax. I don't know, man. I'm a I ain't against no BBLs, right? I ain't against people, altering their bodies, but if you're doing it for the sake of look at me now, then it's like boo, thumbs down, whatever. Like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you doing, because I know people that did it and all they do now is post, angles and body and this, that, and the third. And it's like, bro, we know you paid for it. And you're still showing us like it was something you grew. You didn't grow it. You was built like a third down running back at first. You know what I mean? Like we know this. Like, you know what I mean? But for the people who, they just have a bad shape naturally, like they don't have anything, like they just built bad and they want to wear clothes and look cute in clothes. I'm all for the BBL. Go get snatched up and come through and change how you feel about you. You know what I mean? I think that's pretty dope. I'm all for that. You know what I mean? So, kudos to those who do it, man. I ain't here to judge nobody. You feel me? All right, what else? Let's see. Um, they say uh, he leaves the company after having an inappropriate relationship with a woman. Now, the funny part about this is, the fact that this is public news. That's hilarious. That is public news, right? And the reason that it's hilarious is because every workplace has this going on. For people, I'm in Lexington, Kentucky. You know what I mean? Home of the UK University of Kentucky Wildcats. So most towns, there's big cities. The university has a hospital. So in our town, the University of Kentucky has a hospital, UK hospital, and it's a big hospital, which is thousands of people. So you mean to tell me out of these thousands of people, you ain't got no inter-work relationships going on that ain't supposed to be going on? Man, there's thousands of relationships going on over there. So that's nothing new. You know what I'm saying? You might have a janitor over mess with the CEO. You know what I mean? It's just you never know. You understand what I'm saying? But they saying that he's basically resigning, and leaving the company as CEO of NBC Universal after having an inappropriate relationship with a woman. And I think that's crazy. I think that's comedy. Simply because it's hard. Like a part of me understands where bro's coming from. You know what I'm saying? Part of me understands where my man's is coming from, man. Let me tell you why. Because fellas know, and y'all can agree with me on this. Y'all can agree with me on this. Y'all know if you ever been in a workplace, right? You've been in a workplace and it's somebody that when you first start working there, you like, they are hideous. Like they are just in your head. You keep it to yourself like, oh, she's hit. She's ugly. Bruh. Like that's tough. Like, you know what I mean? And that's just what you think. You know what I mean? That's how it's going. But after a while, you start looking, it's like, I ain't gonna lie. That knee brace, you know what I mean? That knee brace is hitting a little different on her. Like, I ain't, that knee brace is a little sexy. Yeah, man. It'd be different. It'd be different. Like, you know what, man? I can't even lie. Am I tripping? You know what I mean? Am I tripping? Or did I just see a little, you know what I mean? I see some little hard nipples or something. You know what I mean? It's like you be tripping, asking yourself those kind of questions. So, dude at NBC probably seen somebody, and he done watched her come into work every day for the last 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And in that 3 years, she might have came up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Got a raise. She started wearing Tommy Hilfiger. She started wearing, you know what I mean? The right jeans. She started wearing them jeans that all the waiting staff be wearing at first watch. Like, why is everybody in here? Yeah, man. That's all that is repetitiveness, man. You get in the workplace and it's like after a while, you're like, you know what? About, about 3 in the morning, man. I'm gonna shut up because I'm talking to myself. So I feel like it's only me that's thinking this way. Even though I know it's not. I know all the fellas think this way. You know what I mean? Bruh sit there at NBC Universal as a CEO. He's making top dollar. And he couldn't let his loins bypass him because at the right day, at the right time, just right out what you ain't all that bad. I could Oh man. Bro lost his job, man. They say, man, a woman gonna do one or two things for your career, man. She's either gonna build it up or tear it down, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to it's totally up to you which one she gonna do, man. Bruh stepped away. Now he could run a he could run a Walgreens. He could run 3 Walgreens in a district. I was at NBC Universal for X amount of years, and I resigned, and now I run 3 Walgreens. He's trying to really make sure he don't get nobody from their workplace. Now he working at Walgreens. Everybody working at Walgreens, they look like they trying to just maintain through life at this point. You know what I'm saying? I done been through enough. Oh man. Oh, I'm meaning to post this too, man. I got a new graphic that I'm gonna post when certain stuff happen, man. I'm my boy Kanye. Sleazy love this clip, man. So it's like I gotta post Kanye, man, one time.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I gotta throw it in there every time something like that happens, man. Every time, man. He sit there, CEO thought he was gonna get him a little cutty, you know what I'm saying, on the clock, little clock cutty, you know what I'm saying, and he ended up getting caught up. So now, they told him like, man, we ain't gonna fire you. You made us too much money. We ain't gonna fire you, but you got to make a decision, because guess what?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
They got my man's, man. Hey, also, man, if y'all looking at this, if y'all actually watching this on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, wherever you watching it from, man, if you look up in the upper corner near my face, man, it is a QR code that you can scan when watching this, and what that does is that takes you to where you can leave an actual voice note. You can leave a voice message that'll be played on the show. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to shout out the show, shout out your business, shout out something you got going on, even just shout out your social media. You know what I'm saying? I will get that message and post it on this show, man. You know what I mean? If you just want to show love, show what you got going on, man, whatever. I mean, in a voice fashion, audio, you know what I mean? Then scan that code after the show while you're watching this, you know what I mean? And it'll take you to where you can just drop a voice note. And, the Areola Rollercoaster podcast will appreciate it. You ever hear? On some more housekeeping, be sure, man, all platforms, whatever platform you're on, make sure you subscribe to this, man. If you're on YouTube, you can hit that subscription and that notification bell. Every time something drop, you'll get a notification right to your phone asaptually. You know what I'm saying? If you're on Twitter, man, make sure you come into the other platforms and check it out. And Facebook, man, y'all do the same, man. Make sure y'all subscribe and check it all out, man. You know what I'm saying? For sure. All right. Where we going? This one I find pretty dope. This one is pretty dope to me. Shout out to the boy Martin Lawrence, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Martin Lawrence. He just got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, man. One time for my boy Martin Lawrence, man. One of the most funniest, innovative people in comedy, period. In the history of comedy, period. Martin Lawrence got to be in the top 10. You understand? For me, I ain't speaking for nobody else, but for me, Martin Lawrence is in the top 5. Top 5 funniest people ever. For me, I'm talking my generation. Everybody be like, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy. I wasn't even watching comedy stuff then. I was too young. You know what I'm saying? So for my generation, I grew up watching Martin. You know what I'm saying? So Martin, for me, is in my top 3, off top. You know what I mean? Shout out to Martin Lawrence, man, getting his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, man. Well deserved. I feel like for some reason that ain't even enough. He needs more than that. You know what I'm saying? For all that he's contributed to the comedy game, especially in the Def Jam era, from the Def Jam era, you got to understand, Martin's a comic that never went to Comic View. He never did none of these other shows. He was straight Def Jam. You know what I mean? Like straight Def Jam and doing movies and specials. And I'm talking about, man, come on, man. You so crazy. Come on, man. Like came out with the leather jumpsuit, the leather baseball joint with the leather pants and the boots. You gonna do an hour of jokes in that? Come on, man. Shout out to Martin Lawrence, man. And in honor of Martin Lawrence, man, put your favorite moments from Martin, in the comments, man. And we gonna go over, man. You know what I mean, and do all that, man. One of my favorite moments of Martin Lawrence, of course, is stand up related, because Def Jam, he used to have bruh. Like we call it catching a wave. Like in stand up, you catch a wave where you take the energy of the crowd and you bring it up here and you ride it, where the energy stays up here the entire time. You know what I'm saying? And Martin was so good at catching the wave, man. I remember it was one episode where he used to come and just kind of roast people in the crowd and do that kind of thing. And this is when Weave was new on the scene. You know what I mean? So I think he came out and it was a dude that had boots. It was a dude that had boots on the stage. So he got on him for having his boots on the stage. So he started making jokes and pointing at the boots and all of that. So, comic comes on stage, does his set, gets off the stage. Martin comes out and he said, "Give it up for so and so." And then after that, the nigga just pointed at the boots. Bro, whole place is going nuts. Hilarious. Just pointed at the boots. Like, and that same show, he was talking to a lady, and he said, he asked her, was all that hair hers? And he was like, that's a lot of hair weave. I ain't even gonna lie, it's a lot of hair weave. So in the 90s, that was hilarious, talking about it was not a lot of hair weave. But the funniest part about it is the fact that he said, I'm just playing. He said, it's a bald horse somewhere in Central Park. Everybody's laughing. Everybody's going nuts. And then he did the shivering horse. Bruh, when I tell you, I have never seen a place go up like that. And I've been to thousands of comedy shows, bro, at this point in life. I've never seen a place go up like that. I've never seen a place go up like that. And he knew he had that wave because he just started doing extra stuff. Like he just kind of did the dance with it, you know what I'm saying? And then he just took the fingers and he just kind of pointed at her and then shot it up to the ceiling like zoop, zoop, zoop. Listen, zoned out, man. That is one of my top Def Jam moments ever. Like, bro, man, listen, Martin Lawrence is the real deal. You know what I mean? I can't even get into the show. We'll be talking all night if we get into the show because the show changed urban TV as we knew it. The show changed how black people were funny on TV. The style of comedy that they used on TV, a lot of it derived from how Martin was funny. You look at Keenan and Kel, all those episodes, Kel, he was doing all Martin's faces, the way he looked at the camera, like all that. That was all Martin. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, well deserved for getting that star on the Walk of Fame, man. Martin is definitely one of the comedic goats of all times, man. You know what I mean? Just ain't even nothing to argue about. You know what I mean? It kind of saddens me, man, because from where he had those medical issues early in the game, you know what I mean? Where he had those medical mental health issues or whatever, he ain't necessarily been the same since. Like he ain't got that same spunk to him. You know what I mean? I went and seen him live in Canada and he was funny, you know what I mean? And it was my first time ever seeing Martin live, but it was just like you could tell there was something was missing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that same, you know what I mean? It's like he's kind of a step slower, with it. But that's not a knock. He's still one of my goats, you know what I mean? So shout out to Martin Lawrence, man. I couldn't even imagine how if he was still full speed, what would be going on right now, man? Because right, he was him straight up. Uh, while we still in comedy, man, I want to use this platform and use this opportunity to shoot up a prayer for our boy Jamie Foxx, man. Prayers for Jamie Foxx. They haven't really disclosed what's actually going on, but they said he had they just labeled it a medical complication, and he's been hospitalized for the better part of a week or two. They ain't disclosing a lot of information, but um, the good news is they said with in the past couple of days that he has woke up and became alert, and he's awake and he's kind of alert. So that's the biggest update that we got. You know what I mean? So shout out to that boy Jamie Foxx too, man. Prayers to Jamie Foxx. You know what I mean? Get well soon and all of that. You know what I mean? For sure. Cause same as Martin, you know, um, Jamie Foxx, GOAT. Listen, man, for somebody as talented as Jamie Foxx, who can sing, play instruments, act, do drama, serious drama roles, and then do extremely funny roles is bar none, man. Like he's that guy. Like what can't Jamie Foxx do? Plus he can actually play sports. Like he was a real athlete. Like bruh's for real, for real. So, shout out to that boy Jamie Foxx, man. You know what I mean? Um, the game needs you, the world needs you, your family needs you, man. So, we glad to see that you on the mend and we gonna ride with you, you know what I mean, till the wheels fall off. You know what I mean? Same with Martin Lawrence, everybody, man. So shout out to Jamie Foxx. Speaking of both of them, how innovative they were and brave they were. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the people always feel like that Hollywood try to put a dress on you. They try to emasculate you because you're a black man, all this kind of stuff. And they were so funny at doing what they did while dressing as women that nobody looked at it as emasculation. They looked at it as what it was, pure entertainment. And that goes to show you how good they really was at what it is that they do. Like, bro, you doing something that is totally frowned upon and nobody's frowning upon it. They are actually smiling and enjoying it because you that good at it. Like Shanae and Wanda had you so locked in that it was points where you forgot that was a man. Not seeing you looking at it like, ooh, but it was just so entertaining that you didn't even think like, oh, that's a man. Like, it's just like, nah, Shanae's comedy. Wanda is a fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was that good at what it is they was doing. You know what I mean? So it's like, shout out to them for that. And we missed out on a classic gem that never happened when they just, whatever happened, whatever moons didn't align for the Wanda and Shanae movie to not come out. Bruh, listen, I don't know, man. I think it would have took over the game, man. The Wanda and Shanae movie. I knew it was talks, but never nothing really ever got traction on it. But I knew that would have been one of these hood classics, similar to Booty Call and Boys in the Hood and Juice and all the urban movies that we know, and enjoy still. You know what I mean? Set It Off, etc. You know what I'm saying? So that's man, we missed out on that one, man. Let me look at some of these comments real quick. Um, Crutch said, I never appreciated Martin's fade until I became a barber. Said, hey, hey, listen, in some of them movies, and Jay Fox, in some of them movies, hey, bro, they had, what was it, Thin Line Between Love and Hate? Bro, whatever Barbara Martin had in that movie, he was the real deal. He had a DC fade from heaven. You understand me? Uh, he said, I still watch Martin reruns and be like, damn, this barber got the GOAT. He got the cleanest fade in comedy. Nah, facts. Facts, man. Like, when you get to that, you talking Jamie Foxx had some, like in some of them movies, he had a nice barber. Martin had a nice barber, of course, Steve Harvey and them, you know what I'm saying? But that was that era. That was that ebony centric era where everybody was wearing bright colors and you know what I mean, super precise haircuts. You know what I mean? That was the that was that era, you know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, shout out to my boy Chad, man. What's good? What's good? What's good? For everybody tapping in, man, you on episode 11 of the Areola Roller Coaster podcast, man, with your boy Starks. You know what I'm saying? We out here making it do what it do while we do it. You understand me? You know what I'm saying? And we talking that talk, man. We out here just making it do what it do. I appreciate everybody listening and um watching from wherever they watching from. Shout out to the people from YouTube. You can see in the comments, man, you can see where everybody's, posting their comments from. Shout out to all the folks watching on YouTube. Shout out to all the folks watching on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all y'all. Um, Somebody asked, do I watch Beyond Scared Straight? I don't. I don't. I got a Fire Stick. I don't. I don't go looking for it. It's too much work to look for Beyond Scared Straight on a Fire Stick. That's 92 clicks. I do not watch. You know what I mean? If I see it while it's on, then I'll watch it. But anything I got to do over 7 clicks to get to, I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching the same 5 channels on this Fire Stick. I got 7,000 channels and I only watch 5 of them because after a while my thumb integrity starts to fade. I can't. Said Alex Woodard said who are your comedy inspirations and the people you go to for comedy advice? Uh Inspirations. We talking Martin. We talking Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx getting on that piano and singing to Serena was one of the coldest comedy acts I've ever seen because not only was he doing so well musically, he was extremely funny while being extremely well musically. It was the combination of the two, and it just couldn't you couldn't top that. That was crazy. Like so, that kind of inspiration. I know I can't, play a piano, but it's just like, to be on that level to where you hitting them from multiple angles at the same time is dope. So comedy inspirations, Jamie Foxx, Martin Lawrence, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey was a big comedy inspiration, man. I think Jim Carrey is extremely hilarious. I think Will Ferrell is extremely hilarious. The way that they stay in character and keep their faces straight in the midst of saying the most absurd stuff and doing the most absurd stuff ever is is not an easy task, man. I don't think people can gloss over that. So, um, what I say, Jamie Foxx, Martin Lawrence, um, Jim Carrey, Will Ferrell, um, um, Brian Hooks. Brian Hooks was very inspirational to me, man. And Brian Hooks was one of the most slept on comedians and actors, like just overall funny personality actors in the game because he didn't have a ton of work out there. Like if y'all don't know who Brian Hooks is, Brian Hooks was in Three Strikes. Brian Hook was the main, lead actor in Three Strikes. And he was in Soul Plane too, man. And I ain't never seen a scene where Brian Hooks wasn't funny. Like, I mean, really funny. Like Brian Hooks was hilarious. I just think, you know, a lot of stuff didn't align for him to have a run like a Chris Tucker or anything like that. You know what I mean? But just speaking of inspiration, just I'm throwing folks out there, man. I could keep going all day, but you see what vein I'm in. It's just certain people that pulled certain stuff out of me, man. You know what I mean? And people I go to for comedy advice, I don't necessarily go to people for advice. I might have a question or two, but I went to Dale Givens. She mentored me a lot, showed me a lot of things. Um, and that's pretty much it. Adele Givens for real. That's just who I go to for if any advice, because one, she's probably 30 plus years in the game, and that's just somebody who's helped me out so much, and just from the start. So yeah, a lot of comedians, nowadays, I don't think it's a thing that to ask for advice. Not that it's too prideful. It's just like you know um they'll probably respond in the same vein as like, bro, I'm just trying to get it like you are. Why you thinking that they already got it figured out? They like, shit, I'm trying to figure it out too. You know what I mean? And it's kind of where it lead to. You know what I mean? So yeah. Uh, looking in the comments, we got another question. LBJ over MJ from YouTube says, do you think that makeup every day is a Halloween costume? No, no, I don't, because some people that's their profession. So they're gonna wear they're gonna wear they're gonna wear stuff to advertise their skills. You know what I mean? So somebody might wear makeup every day, and then you got somebody that might have bad skin. So they might have that insecurity and cover it up every day, you know what I mean, to where they don't want to sit there and conversate with somebody and they keep looking at, their blemishes on their face or whatever they got going on. So, the only thing that gets me about makeup is, you know, I don't like when they wear little to no makeup, all year round, and then come birthday time, they got Airbnb paint on their face. You know what I'm saying? You got a face full of baseboard paint. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Why are your eyebrows this hard? Like, you really mean that facial expression. Smile. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's going on? I don't know. I don't like a beat face. Like, a beat face is aggressive because it reminds me of, no shade, but it reminds me of, drag queens. You know what I mean? Uh, and no shade to the drag queens, y'all do your thing. You know what I mean? But it's just, that's what it reminds me of. It's just kind of close. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just kind of close to that. You know what I mean? So um it's just I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of the beat face, but I don't have a problem with women wearing makeup every day. That's their prerogative. They want to, give themselves a shot to look their best. Then, who am I to say? You know what I'm saying? I try to keep my beard trimmed as much as possible. So I can't, you know what I mean? I can't dog them for, what I mean, trying to do their version of what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? It's just no Airbnb paint, please. Y'all don't have to go. No knock to the, to the makeup artists and people like that, but it's just the beat face is just, it's just aggressive. Like, oh, yes, happy birthday to me. Happy 35th birthday to me. And then y'all sit there and get your mama's face beat. You know what I'm saying? She is 56. Get that off her face. Your mama is a nice lady and I love her, but she looks like a sultan, right? Your mama look like a sultan. She has the face wrinkle creases of Jafar. Your mama over looking like Jafar without the turban on. Come on, man. Don't get your mama face beat, fam. She know what she doing. Let her do her thing. Let her put on her little church set of makeup, you dig? And let her do what she do. Don't get your mama face beat. Don't do that. Don't do that. Y'all got her putting outhouse paint on her. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that, man. I ain't for it. Let me see some more comments, man. Kenny Bumper said Martin on Nothing to Lose was that dude. It ain't much that he wouldn't that dude. And y'all remember Martin was on what was that movie? The movie where he did something, he fell over the bridge into the moat and it took him back to medieval times. What movie was that? I forgot what it's called. I don't want to butcher the name. I forgot what it's called, but I've watched that movie 50 times. I don't know what it was about it, but I enjoyed it every time. I enjoyed it every time. Like I distinctly remember it was a scene where they was calling him a Moor, and it's like step back Moor, and Martin said, "Man, I'm starting to like this word more less and less." Hey man, I don't know. That was just me. I enjoy all of Martin's movies, man. I forgot the name of that movie, but it was good. It was good. Let me see. Somebody from YouTube says Ray's Meteor Records on YouTube says if you have a chance to make a pokey tuber roast, could you? If I'm included, don't call me the N word. I don't like that stuff. You can say it about somebody else, not me. I don't allow that in Discord. Wait, what? How you gonna come and give me detailed instructions? First, you're gonna make a request and then give me detailed instructions, nigga. Oh man. Hey man, listen. I like the reason, let me be honest with you about roast, right? The reason that I haven't been on a tear like I usually am or like I used to do is because it's always stuff going on in the background that y'all don't see. Like I be getting potential channel strikes and stuff, off of that. Like I be getting I be getting videos removed. I get old videos removed, man. Like, and it puts you in danger of losing your channel. You know what I'm saying? Social media, Instagram, and all that stuff, they take my videos off. I can't post nothing to TikTok. TikTok remove everything I do, or they either take the sound or whatever. It's just like, so they deem it as cyberbullying now, you know. So they changed it, or they demonetize everything that you're doing. You know what I mean? So it's either you be hard headed and keep doing it, or you just find something else to do. So I kind of slowed down on it because it just wasn't an avenue to win by just consistently roasting. But I think I found something that you know, that I'm gonna experiment with. It ain't even experiment. I've been doing it, but it's just like I'm gonna kind of do it more and just kind of have that. I've never been a bleep type person on my channel, but I think I'm gonna start bleeping out stuff Because I've been doing it before all this technology existed that you can kind of bleep your words out. Everything I did, I had to do it manually. Put the words on the screen. I did that manually. Even if I had to cut a word out or bleep it, I had to insert that sound at that second, at that time, and listen to it over and over and over to make sure it was on point. Like I was doing it way back when that was the case. Now they got stuff that's just kind of automated. AI, it'll figure it out for you. You know what I'm saying? You just put it in there and it'll bleep the words out for you or figure, you know what I mean? So it's a different time and I might be able to find a lane to where, I can start roasting everything every day again. You know what I mean? So let me see. Uh Shout out to Strong. Strong said it's definitely weird. Yeah, it is weird. I'm a little behind on, reading the comments according to what I was saying. But yeah, it was weird. I know what you was talking about, what I was talking about previously. Um, Talking about with the makeup, how they get their face beat on their birthday. It's like you have regular makeup or no makeup all year round, and then you just get your face beat, and it's like, yo, you look like somebody smashed your face in a birthday cake, like just correctly, what I'm saying? Real specifically, real precisely. Uh, Black Knight, is that what the Martin movie was called? Something like that. I don't know. Something night. I remember it like that, but yeah. Shout out to the Mad King. What up, Doe? What up, Doe? What up, Doe? My guy. Um, so yeah, let me proceed. Let me proceed. Keep it going. Keep it going. Shout out to everybody for watching episode 11 of the Areola Roller Coaster podcast. That's hard to say fast. Say that 3 times fast. Areola Roller Coaster podcast. Areola Roller Coaster podcast. That's tough. So if you hear me slip up, it's just that's life. Um, let's see where we at with it. You are. Let me see. Um, let's go to this. One of the most interesting pages on Instagram, I think, is Wealth. Page called Wealth on Instagram. They got this thing up where they said Dubai residents, if you live in Dubai, they said Dubai residents can get gas delivered to their car at a click of a button. So you got an app that you could have and you can order gas to your car. Are you kidding me? You can get gas ordered to your car. How hard is that? If you lazy or your car's on E or you in a rush or you gotta go somewhere or whatever, you can call and have gas delivered to your door. How tough is that? That is tough. I'm talking about, bro, your lawnmower run out, you know what I mean? Your cutlass run out, you know what I'm saying? You're low, you ain't gonna make it, you slipped the night before. You call the gas man, he pull up and get you together, you know what I'm saying? Let's read what it's talking about. It says Dubai-based startup CAFU has launched an app that lets car owners order fuel delivery to their vehicle wherever it is. Customers of the pay-as-you-go service can select the type of fuel they need via their phone, then book a slot for the fuel tanker to deliver it. They pay an additional $4.90 tax on top of the fuel cost with a subscription service aimed at those who need it to have things done on time. Dubai is living in the year 3000. They are definitely living in the year 3000 because $4.96 tax is not bad. I would never go get gas again. Y'all can keep all them chips and sodas inside that y'all charging $20 a piece for. You know what I'm saying? you know, that's tough. Dubai can get gas delivered to their car at the click of a button. That is tough. Man. Right, yeah, they definitely in the year 3000, man. It goes to show, man, we got to get out and live a little bit because there's stuff going on that we have no clue that's going on, like that we ain't never experienced before. I would order gas just to do it. Gas up all the whips. $4.90 tax? Bro, come on, man. Get me together, fam. That's tough. Um, Also on wealth, um, soon you can eat lunch at the edge of space. That's right. You can eat lunch at the edge of space for $132,000. $132,000. That's right. I want to make sure that I read this before I go back to this picture and elaborate on what we're talking about. Says soon you can eat lunch at the edge of space for $132,000. A French company called Zifalto is planning to take passengers to the edge of space in a balloon for $132,000 starting in 2025. The balloon will rise 15 and a half miles into the stratosphere, where the passengers will be able to enjoy stunning views of Earth's curvature and the darkness of space, and the experience will last 6 hours and include fine dining and catering to those who can afford the expensive ticket. Listen to me. Listen to me. For $132,000, I need to see the menu beforehand. Because don't get me up here and I don't like nothing you got on the menu or I can't pronounce it. Now I'm in the stratosphere eating chicken nuggets or chicken fingers. Man, just let me get the tenders. You know, for my 132K? And that's per person, huh? So if you're doing 132 per person, right? You know what I'm saying? You talking 264 for a date. You understand what I'm saying? You talking $250,000. You talking $250,000 for a date. You see what I'm saying? So just imagine going up there on a date. You get all the way up in the stratosphere, and she turn around like, "So who's Tamara?" You know, you in the stratosphere, you ain't got nowhere to run to, you ain't got no signal, you ain't got no Wi-Fi. She just turned around. So who's Tamara? Like, yo, what do you mean? You gonna wait till now? Now that we 200K in, and you gonna bring up Tamara? Tell me that is not something that a woman would do. Get all the way up in space, like, so who's Tamara? Now she don't want to eat the food. Listen, fam, I done swiped my card. We done spent 200 bands. Eat the food, or we gonna fight. We gonna fight in the Earth's atmosphere. Yo, that is crazy. They got to have like a private room in there because you got to get some neck in the stratosphere. Come on, man. Just to check that off of your bucket list. Like, y'all ain't never got no neck in the stratosphere. You understand me? Bring that is here in the stratosphere. I'm just saying. I'm just saying for 132 thou wow, bro. I'm talking about that's the view you got. You get to eat some, you know what I mean? I gotta see what the menu talk about. It can't be nothing regular. It can't be nothing regular. Don't talk about no barbecue brisket burger, bro. This is $132,000 for my 132,000. I need to, I need to have something. You know what I mean? Like my food need to be extravagant. Dip my lamb chop in 24 karat gold. I don't know. I need to eat something I don't even understand. You know what I mean? It said R2 said they better serve me some giraffe croquettes. Yeah, I need some I ain't never had. I need some I ain't never had. Give me a plate full of skunk neck. You know what I mean? I need something. I don't even understand this meal, but I paid 100,000 for this. You understand me? Real life. And for y'all that's looking, that's liquid death. Don't think I'm drinking alcohol on the podcast. I'm drinking liquid death. Shout out to liquid death. I'm drinking the mango chainsaw version right now. Shout out to Liquid Death. Very delicious sparkling drink. I don't drink soda. This is the closest thing to soda for people like me. You know what I'm saying? I think this is 20 calories a can. You know what I mean? Can't beat it if you're trying to, you know what I mean? Shout out to Liquid Death. Let me grab it like they endorsing me. Said a porpoise pot pie. Facts. So what would you like, sir? Give me I would like to try the beef ankle stew. I would love to try the beef ankle stew. Yeah, for my 100, you know what I mean? That's the price of a home. I could buy a home for a dinner in space. Y'all just want to eat. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. It's different out here. They living different. That's in France. But I can't lie. That's fly, though. That's a fly view right there. Little 6 hour trip. You know what I'm saying? Go up there and see the atmosphere. Your gram is gonna be more lit than everybody else's gram. Yeah, I was in the atmosphere, you know what I mean? Eating steak tartare. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know if steak tartare is a thing. It just sounded out of my wheelhouse. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do a credit check just to go eat dinner. They living different out here, man. I promise you. Let me see what else we got. In 2024, um, your boy Afro Man is just filed his paperwork to run for president. Um, let me see. He called himself the cannabis commander in chief. First of all, you know, as a black man, I'm all for black men, you know, excelling and doing what they do. But I can't trust you to take care of his company if I can't trust you to drop 2 hot records consecutively. How you gonna take care of the country and you can't come out with another hit? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna take care of the country and you ain't come out with another hit? You know what I mean? Like, I get it, but you know what I mean? Like, come on now. I get it, but come on, man, you doing shows for 2,500. Every man out here doing shows for 2,500. You talking about running for president, fam? Come on, man. Stop playing, bro. Stop playing. You got that I date white women afro. Ain't no black woman letting you dress like that, fam. Come on, Afro man. Stop doing this. I ain't hating on you, bro, but I'm gonna be that friend that's honest with you. I ain't gonna be the yes man that's like, okay, do what you do. Nah, bro, chill out. Chill out. Bad enough you could get all the people that smoke weed to vote for you because they think they're gonna be able to smoke more weed in places they not allowed to smoke weed, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like Afro man, you're tripping. You're tripping. And in order for me, matter of fact, let's make a deal. In order for you to get my vote, come out with a body of work that got more than one slapper on it. That's what I need you to do. Come out with a body of work that got more than one slapper on it. I've never known more than one song that you made. The Because I Got High song is all I know. All I know. And that wasn't even hard. Like, it wasn't crap because for the time and for what it was, you won. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like it was hard. Like, put on that Afro Man, cuz, while we ride to the club. That never happened. That's never happened. Not never. You understand me? So, yeah. Hold up, man. My boy Trey, hold up. He said, he went back to the gas thing. He said, I know people getting gas delivered to them right here in Lexington. Smoke one and 15 minutes later with the munchies, eating grippos at the edge of the stratosphere. I like it. I see what you did there. Yeah, they are getting gas delivered to them. You are right. So they ain't innovating in France or Dubai. Gas been getting delivered. You know what I'm saying? I heard that. You know what I'm saying? I hear that, man. You know what I'm saying? R2 said in the stratosphere they better have the waitress give them some neck too. It's the whole ordeal. $132,000. They want you to just have regular dinner. No, sir. No, so we gonna turn up. And guess what else we gonna have in the stratosphere? Liquid Death, available in stores now. I'm gonna get me a sponsorship. Watch this. I'll buy that by the caseload. You dig? Shout out to Liquid Death. Available. Available at your local Walmart. Oh man. He said, read mine. Okay. I just did. Bruh. Just imagine spending 200K and y'all get to Earth and she's still trying to argue about something. She won't argue about a parking space. So, you know what I mean? Like, come on, fam. For my 200, don't talk to me for the rest of the month. You understand me? But yeah, Afro Man said he's running for president, man. And that's wild to me. Bro, you got to get you some listen. You know when Ye did it, it was easier it was easier to comprehend because she got slapped. So it's like, just imagine his presidential address. You know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine Kanye's presidential address if he won. Bruh, what? He's probably gonna rewrite the national anthem and produce it. Like, think about this, bruh. Afro Man, this is just this is what I like to call Afro Man stuff is what I like to call I'm high theory. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got your like, I ain't never been high before, but I got a lot of family that's been high, and you might as well say that I was high right along with them because I'm observing their mind frames in real time, right? So it's like I'm high theory is where you sitting there, you thinking of something that makes zero sense, but to you, it sounds like the best thing in the world. So he's probably sitting there smoking. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna file that paperwork, and I'm gonna run for president, fam. And you know what I'm gonna call myself? Guess what I'm gonna call myself? Guess what I'm gonna call myself? I'm gonna call myself the Cannabis Commander in Chief. And everybody sitting there high with him. Yeah, man, that's it, man. Like, it's an I'm high theory, bro. Don't do this to us, cause we got it. We barely, as black folk, we barely surviving right now. Don't do it to us, Afro man. Don't do it to us. That's an I'm high theory. Come down and rethink this. Or go in the studio and drop a body of work that got some slappers on it, and you'll get us on your side. I mean, because if Kanye won the presidency, if he ran for president again and won, if during the presidential address, him and whoever his girlfriend is walk up to the podium to "I'm so appalled, Spalding, yo, I'm going off." Oh, the whole entire time. You understand me? It's different. You got to have some slaps, Afro man, if you want to be president in Black America. You can't be a musician and you got one song that came out 50 billion years ago. You can't do it. Come on, that Afro man. He said, because the other folks smoking with him was white for sure. For sure. Of course they're going to. You can do it, man. You can do it, man. Red Eye Epiphanies, Volume 420. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What else? What else? What else? What else? La 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 la. Shout out to Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders just had their spring game yesterday for Colorado, the Buffaloes. You know what I mean? He moved over there from Jackson State, and they showed the spring game from last year compared to this year. And I think the stadium holds 50,000 people. And I think last year the stadium might have had 3,000 people in it. Compared to this year, the stadium was sold out. Crazy. They called it the Deion effect. You know what I mean? He had that stadium rocking. He had that thing going for sure, man. So shout out to Deion. Shout out to the Colorado Buffaloes. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Liquid Death. Available at your local Walmart and Kroger's or wherever you find Liquid Death. For those listening to the podcast, I just smiled real commercially. You know what I'm saying? They say a Colorado school bus driver. They say a Colorado school bus driver is facing 30 counts of child abuse after slamming on the brakes while driving as a form of discipline. A lot of people's outraged and a lot of people's on his side. Like, listen, we had that happen to us as kids. I don't think I've ever had the brakes slammed on, but if they did it, I wouldn't have been offended. Like, I need to tell my mama. I'll just be like, man, OG tripping. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But then as a parent, if my kid's on the bus and you slam the brakes trying to discipline one child and everybody got to suffer, I'm gonna beat you up. I'm going. I'm gonna hit you in the face a lot of times. It's just what it is. Like, I can't get out of that. You know what I'm saying? I can't. Ain't no way. Listen. But 30 counts of child abuse is pretty harsh. You know what I mean? That's tough. I don't. I don't know. What y'all think? I don't know, man. That's a lot, man. 30 counts of child abuse for slamming on the brakes. And they got it on video, man. I ain't gonna put the video on here, but they got it on video. He slammed the brakes and some of the kids kind of fell, they because the seat It's right in front of him. So he just kind of fell into the seat and kind of hit the floor. Um, and that was his way of dissing him, getting him to calm down. But as a trained professional, you should know how to, calm the kids down to disarm them in times that they, up and going. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. He made his bed and he got lay in it, man. 30 counts. Don't know if they're gonna stick, but they damn sure great try. You know what I'm saying? So they say uh they say according to the outlet, this is on Shade Room. Said Brian Fitzgerald, 61, was driving a bus for the Douglas County School District when the incident took place on March 1st. And the video footage of the incident said Fitzgerald is heard asking the students on this bus if they would like to see how dangerous it is for them to stand while the bus is in motion. Then it says the children are seen being thrust into the seats before them. Additionally, they could be heard screaming "ow." Now that part would have made me mad. If a kid's sitting there saying "ow" and they really defenseless at this point, you know what I mean? Kids are gonna be kids, and if you can't really, calm them down in the ways that you're supposed to professionally, then you gotta see these hands. At the end of the day, that's just what it comes down to, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why my man's was fed up. I don't know what was going on. He couldn't have it. He couldn't handle it, and he did what he did, forgetting that he's on camera. And as Kanye say, you know what I'm saying? Gotcha.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
They got my man's, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he did what he did, and that's what it is, man. I don't know what you're supposed to do past the point. But everybody's outraged about everything. You know what I'm saying? It's just everybody's just, everybody's just outraged about it, man. But I found this clip and I needed to play this before we get out of here, man. I needed to play this for all my fellas, man. All my fellas that's out there, that's saying, they in court fighting for custody of their kids and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And doing whatever it is that they need to do, man, to be in their kids' lives, not being deadbeats or whatever, man. It's a video that I just needed y'all to see. I don't think it's gonna show in its entirety as far as on the screen, but just listen to the wordplay, man, one time real quick.
Yo, 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 child support administrative hearings are over. Over. There was a historic case in the Supreme Court that they just held April 14th, 2023. They ruled that you have the right to walk inside of your child support hearing today and say, I want my case heard by an Article 3 federal judge. Child support hearings are over. The News Civil Liabilities Alliance said they commend the courts for their decision that will allow their client to have her case heard before Article 3 federal court rather than be subject to endless series of unlawful agency hearings. Child support hearings are over. You do not have to have your case heard by these administrative fake judicial judges, actors. It's over. It says for decades, Americans have been held before agencies which act as investigator, prosecutor, judge, and their first court of appeals. Shout out my guy, Child Support Made Simple. He brought it to my attention. ChildSupportIsFraud.com. But you already know, take care of them kids though, because this ain't no get out of jail free card. But hey, these fake judges, they're over. Walk in there, I want an Article 3 federal judge.
You understand me? You understand me? Listen, we might be on to something. Soon as that, hey man, listen, man. All I'm saying is you might have the ability to go in there and just be like,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
R2 said that's not true information, bro. You about to get a bunch of people hemmed up for saying fake stuff for likes. Pay your child support. I never said don't pay your child support. Nobody who said that. I just said for people that's in court for child support. You see how you rounded to the nearest tenth? You took it where it didn't need to go. Nobody said people was paying it. You know what I'm saying? Or not paying it. And I wasn't saying getting out of paying it, but If you saying this and failing to acknowledge the fact that people be wrongfully put into these situations, then you're tripping. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? You can't sit there and say that without saying the fact that people be wrongfully put in these situations and have to fight for what they know is livelihood. You know what I'm saying? And you talking about just pay the child support? Yeah, if that's what you owe and you just in your situation, then yeah. But if you wrongfully in there and you got the chance to fight it, Article 3 me, please. Understand me? Um. Anyway, it's been a wonderful show. You know what I mean? We got hour going on an hour 17 minutes, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that's been listening. You know what I mean? Anything that y'all want to cover before we get out of here, man, we can get to it. I'm gonna put this QR code up here one time, man. If you looking, that QR code right there on the side, you can scan that QR code. That'll take you to the Apple Podcast uh, um, page, and you can, download or not download, but subscribe to the podcast page. That way, every time that the audio version drops, you know what I'm saying, you can actually get that notification to your phone every morning. We drop every Monday morning at 8:30, you heard? And so if you want to scan that, man, make sure you scan it and do all of that. And then you got the other QR code over here by my face. You know what I'm saying? You can leave a message right there. That'll take you to a podcast page where you can actually leave an audio message and just shout out the show. Shout yourself out. If you got, anything, your social media handles, whatever, and it'll be live on the show, man, for people to hear it, man. So man, you do that, you know what I'm saying? And let me see what y'all talking about. Let me see. Uh yeah. So that's that, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate everybody watching episode 11 of the Areola Rollercoaster podcast, man. Make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you share it, you know what I mean? And make sure you follow me on Instagram under Real Starks 27, you know what I mean? If y'all can, take a clip of this, share it in your stories, man. You know what I'm saying? Get the word out, man. We're gonna pop it off. It's always a slow burn. The grind is what it is. But if you stop, it'll never be what it's supposed to be. You understand what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to Goo. Shout out to Sleezy, man. And I rock. This has been episode 11 of the Areola Rollercoaster podcast. This is your boy Steezy signing out. Wee! And make sure you try Liquid Death. Available in stores now at your local Walmart or Kroger's or Marathon.